Naomi said, I woke up like this, and y'all are mad about it. Because how y'all left 500,000 comments under her post, dragging her nose, her looks, and her entire damn existence? Now, see, I would have deleted it, but baby, Naomi said, I woke up like this, and if y'all can't handle it, shoo on, okay?
This story is really getting on my last nerve. This Zambian barrister, Naomi, had posted a photo on her Instagram of herself just like cute, ready for the day. And people were in the comments basically like calling her ugly. Adults. The crux of the story is woman posts selfie, people post thousands of hateful comments, she refuses to take it down. That's the story. Frankly, I think the reporter should never have done this story. In fact, throw away the whole outlet. Because since when did adults bullying other adults become justification for why somebody should change anything about themselves?
The fact that we, as a society, are so okay with discarding entire human beings because we don't find them attractive personally, even though most people will never meet this woman in their lives, and whether they want to bang her or not really shouldn't have anything to do with human decency. But this is what we're talking about when we talk about pretty privilege, because pretty privilege is way beyond like, oh, you get hit on. It's, oh, you deserve a job, you deserve money, you deserve access to wealth and opportunity. You deserve to date, and not just to date, but you deserve the top tier people because you're attractive. I mean, look at this app alone. How many people in the last 6 years have become famous because people find them attractive? Millionaires because you have fox eyes. And before people are like, oh, it's just an internet thing. No, people get on the internet to expose some of their truest emotions. And no one understands this more than women. If you are considered conventionally unattractive, there are men that literally don't think you deserve to exist. Like, oh.
Featureism is shaking. Well, featureism is the main conversation here when it comes to Naomi Pilula Esquire, may I add. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. Well, this was Miss Naomi with the caption saying, Happy Monday. The hair is hairing. The skin is skinning. I'm so happy. This is the Bantu not out, okay? Freshly washed hair, okay? So even though my hair is in dire need of a retire, she probably means retwist, it still looks cute. Here's the feeling and looking cute. And I know that's right, Miss Naomi girl. I love that for us. And this is the picture that people tried to bring in a negative light. First of all, her energy. The energy reads to me happiness, joy, beauty. The skin is skinning. What blemish? Where? Because the forehead is shiny, no makeup. And it gave. But people thought that this was a time to attack a black woman. Now, I went and looked at her page, and to me, this is a gorgeous lady. Honestly, this is a fashionista. This lady's coming with looks. Everything about her gives rich. So I'm like, y'all wish, I promise to goodness, y'all hate black women when they love themselves, and I hate that for y'all. Because could you imagine over there loving yourself, feeling your beat, feeling your skin, no makeup, glowing and being happy on your Monday, and people that are mad, hate themselves, their skin is not glowing. Their twist is not twisting. They're not popping like Miss Pilula. And so they decided to come down to their comments and bring the hatred within themselves to her page. I understand. I totally get it. Yeah. Well, she did a video in her car and she addressed it. And she basically said, y'all are not bringing her down. Okay. She's still winning. The glasses are dope. The skin is still skinning. Okay.
So one of the things I appreciate about Naomi, about her authenticity, about knowing who she is, knowing what her brand is that she learned to love herself. She actually did the hard work internally to learn to appreciate who she is and learn to appreciate the fact that she's smart, she's bright, she comes across as really nice and kind, I suppose, and she comes across as somebody who is calm and settled in who she is. And I think people could learn so much from her as a person, so much about what it looks like when you've done the internal work to accept and love the skin that you're in, and really step out there confidently and just accept who you are. There's nothing more powerful than authentically and radically accepting yourself. And now I see she actually was invited to model for Paris Fashion Week. So Naomi, you go, girl, you go and get your fashion on in Paris, and you continue to be an amazing attorney out there in Zambia. A big shout out to you.
By the way, that was my grandmother's name. Yes. Go out and have a fantastic day, and don't mess up anybody's day, you know, by making them feel like they are less than, because we're not less than. We are all valuable. We are unique in our own way. Not everybody could have straight nose. What do you define as ugly? Ugliness comes from the negativity and the bad things that we put out there. I think we need to understand and we need to live as if we are royal priesthood and we are wonderful people. Have a good day.
Hi, your girl here. I'm just hopping on here to just have a chat around where my brain is. Like yesterday, I had responded to what I would term a audacious comment that I'd received on one of my videos. And so later on in the evening, I took down that video I had done as a response. And so this video now is to kind of give you a picture about where my brain is and what that was all about. So the last 2 months or so, I have, like, my following has grown a lot. It's doubled. It's more than doubled. And by the way, welcome on board. I love you. Let's have a great time together, right? But that has also made me exposed to a side of Instagram that I've never been exposed to. So my videos have also been exposed to audiences that I normally wouldn't be exposed to. And so one of the repercussions of that is that I have people commenting on my videos that are just plain mean. I was taken aback, really taken aback, because it's never happened to me, and it was so new. And so I was kind of like, wait, what's going on? And then I quickly moved from being like shocked about it, and then being kind of like, but that's just so mean. Like, why would you do that to another human being? Like, that's just mean, right? So I moved from shock to that. And I think that response is also part of shock. And then I moved from that to anger. So I started deleting whichever comments that I felt was mean. And then I quickly became tired of that because, fam, I do work. And I do have a life outside of Instagram. So I really did not have the time or the energy to start responding to all those posts or deleting them or things like that. So I did respond to one of those comments, but I took it down. And the reason why I took it down was partly because after a conversation I had with my sister, and so I was telling her about it, and she was just asking me a very simple question. She was just like, you know what? She's like, you can't control what people say, and that's true. That's true across board. You can never control what people say, right? But what it triggers in you and your response to what people are saying is just a mirror to help you to see what is in you. And so she was just asking me like, okay, yes, you're pissed off about this, but what exactly is pissing you off? Like, what exactly is this unearthing in you? Can you have a sit down with yourself and find out? So that's what I did. And, you know, when it comes to appearance and stuff, like I grew up having a lot of comments around my appearance, my nose, other features of my face, other features of my body. And so I was very insecure about my appearance for a very long time. And then thank the Lord, I started liking myself. Not just loving myself, like I actually started liking myself, and I started liking exactly how I'm made. So that was a great, and that was a long journey, but a great journey as well. And then you get these comments, right, concerning my face and my features and other things. And so I had to sit down and say, okay, God, what is going on here? What is this? What's happening here? Like, for me, it helped me identify a bigger problem or a bigger concern. And I think it's a concern that we should all have. And what do I mean by this? I think that it's very easy, and I've been guilty of this. I think it's very easy to, especially in this world of social media, to look at people's videos and posts and stuff like that, and respond with derogatory marks, or even if you don't, some of us don't even post it, but we'll think it and do that, and not respond, or we just laugh on our own. But I was reminded of the scripture about how we were woven together in our mother's womb, right? And the fact that God saw us even before we were created, like he's the one who knit us together. And so that tells me that every intricate detail of even my features was something that God put thought and time into, right, to create, and not just mine, but every single living person on this earth. He did that. And so I sat down, and it dawned on me that by laughing at a person, by laughing at what has been created, aren't you in essence laughing at the creator? The one who orchestrated the fact that I'll get my father's nose and his eyebrows and his mouth. Actually, a lot of my features are from my dad, and all that jazz. He's the one who orchestrated all that. And so if anyone were to have an issue with that, it comforted me, in the sense that it's not a issue around, like, you don't have an issue with me. You have an issue with God who created me. And so that also that's a comforting thought in terms of me being, commented on. But it's a scary thought for the people who are commenting, because, and this video, I'm not even expecting this to really change anyone's behavior, because people will be what they want to be. Again, this is just a mental dump for you to kind of figure out where my brain is in this. And so it's scary to think that as a human being, I've got the audacity, and it is audacity. I've got the audacity to laugh at God.